What's up, nerds? Back with another video. So this video is about accountability and kind of like pride and whatnot, right? And it's about my job, which the title talks about, right? But specifically, it's about my responsibilities and how I treat my job, right? Even if it is a kind of menial job. I'm a, lifeguard. I've got some personal training certifications. I've got all sorts of other certifications. You can't see it right now, but you're resting on top of my laptop, which is open to my personal training practice tests, which I will be taking my personal training certification, which I will pass, and then, well, I'm already one level of personal trainer. This will be another level, and then I look to expand. So right now I'm just a menial lifeguard, but hopefully I will be a personal trainer soon as well. Or not hopefully, I will be a personal trainer as well. Speak it into existence, Luke. Right? And stop talking about yourself in the third person. Anyway, I'm making this video to go over some stuff that I do at my job because it's the little things, right? And it's doing things when you're not asked. And it's about, having some sort of standard for yourself. Because while it is just a lifeguard job, and while it is, boring, and there are like, ways you can abuse it and stuff. And I'm not saying I don't abuse certain things, right? I do, however, though, take pride in my work, take pride in myself, the work ethic I have. And so we're just going to talk about some stuff that I do because there are people at the job that don't have as much pride in their work as me, and who don't, you know, take a job which, I mean, I'm not taking this job insanely seriously, like, but I'm not like a ball buster, but I do stuff like this. So let's go over it. So, first off, for the pool area, because I'm a lifeguard, duh, and there's the sauna and the hot tub area and whatnot. But for the pool area, people normally at my job just kind of count in their head, I guess. They just kind of keep track in their head, or maybe they have stuff on their phone, maybe. Because now you can have timers on your phone and you can set multiple timers, right? But I don't like doing that. It's a little confusing sometimes. And so I got a notebook thing, and I just split it up into the lanes that we have at the pool. And I just, put down what time people come. And that way, because there is a time limit while swimming, and it does get busy sometimes. And I want people, because kind of took a little while to get to this point, but quick detour. I did work out at this gym and still do lift at this gym before I worked here as a lifeguard, or there as a lifeguard. And so I know what it's like, kind of, a little bit when, lifeguards don't exactly pay attention, and, you don't know when you're going to get a chance to swim. And, now that I'm in that position where I'm the lifeguard, I thought, it would be a good customer experience to be able to tell them, hey, everybody got in at these times. And so in 30 minutes, this guy will be out first, or this guy will be out. So, and then if you want to go wait in the hot tub, if you want to go wait in the sauna, steam room, whatever, I'll come get you. I'll hold your place in line. And, and then I do this every day. This is every day that I work. I've got one of these. And I mean, it's not difficult. I mean, is this really that difficult? I mean, um, I genuinely don't see this as anything crazy, right? And on a side note, I put people's names and little things about them to help me remember them. Obviously, I remember the face is the primary thing. And then, whether it's something that we talk about, something that they wear, something specifically, I'll put it a little reminder to help me remember. Because it, I was taught, and this is a sales technique when I used to sell solar panels, but the most, and actually it's from a book as well, How to Win Friends and Influence People, which I know is like such a stereotypical book that everyone says to read. But in that book, there's a chapter talking about the thing that people love to hear the most is their name. And then similarly, when I was in sales, the more that you said someone's name, the better it was. You're not spamming it, right? But you don't say hey, look, I'm telling you something. You say, Jerry, I wanted to talk to you about this or something, and it's a lot more personal. It adds a little bit of, you're thinking about the person. You're not just treating them as some random person. It's like, no, I'm talking to you. We're having this conversation. And it's just something that really does go a long way. And part of why I'm making this video is because we got a group, everybody in the organization got a message talking about how we should, be thinking about the customer experience, or like thinking about the customer, right? And I just thought, it's ironic because I know not everybody does, like many of the employees lift at this gym and go to this gym, right? But since my first day on the job, I have been thinking about the customer because I am one. But so this was just one thing I wanted to go over and talk about. And another thing is just it kind of piggybacks off this, but it's looking people in the eyes, having some level, like it's not just like, I've got the times and everything, right? But, when someone comes and they're walking towards the pool and they're like looking around and they're seeing, what's up or whatever, that you should be noticing that action. And in this case with me, I can say, on their way up, they're looking and I'm like, don't worry, we got a lane for you right over here, or, hey, there's a little bit of a wait, everyone's in the pool, but, if you want to step in line, or you want to swim, then I got you. We'll put you on the list because sometimes, I've had lines as long as 4 or 5 people and we only have 6 lanes in the pool and a lot of people come swim. So, you or at least for me, it's important that I keep it smooth. Everyone gets in the pool, because a lot of times, maybe they have like an hour at the gym, right? In the pool section. So, they can spend 15 minutes in the hot tub waiting for a lane, get in the lane, swim for 30 minutes. Then they still have 15 minutes to shower afterwards. But giving, helping to facilitate that experience, because people's days can be ruined. If at least I know my day sometimes is ruined when I have an hour to do something and maybe I can get it done in an hour, but I'm not sure. But then if someone's there and it's like, bro, like I'm going to finish up these reps and then you got this machine or this rack or whatever. And then it's like, oh, I didn't know if I'd be able to get it done, but now I know I'm going to get it done and I can look forward to it and it's going to make my day so much better. And so that kind of piggybacks on that. And then the other thing that I think I do that's, do good, whatever, do well, is that you have to be authentic about it, right? You can't just BS, right? I mean, like sometimes some people get the BS, in certain situations, right? But the reason that people like me and the reason I like my job is that I do enjoy talking with the people. I do enjoy myself. I try to, it's not like it's miserable for me. Even if again, you could just fuck off and do nothing, right? It's not like this job requires you to do these things. This is not mandatory. My boss didn't tell me to do this, didn't teach me to do this. These are things that I did myself. And so now going back to the original point of this video, which was like, responsibility and accountability and things, because we got this group message that essentially like tighten up ship, like we're watching you in the cameras, so you better treat the customers right, because if not, you don't set a bad example or whatever. Because I'm not gonna lie, I do go on my phone a little bit, you know. I do go on my phone sometimes. I'm not most of the time it's just listening to podcasts, having a YouTube video on in the background. Maybe I'll watch the YouTube video if it's slow or something, right? But I try not to have it directly out in public. I mean, I did in the past and very occasionally have my RuneScape mobile doing my AFK sailing. Guilty as charged. I do a little bit of AFK sailing, but you know, I do try to compromise, and put some pride. It's not like I just fuck off and do nothing and AFK and play mobile games all day, which, granted, I do AFK sailing, right? But it's not like I don't also take pride in my work, treat the customers well, because I am a customer and I've been a customer at this gym and I know what it's like. And that's it. Just who knows? I might end up getting fired anyway because I spend too much time on my phone. But I just had to, which fine, right? Whatever. But I also do think that I am very proud of the work I put into my job. I'm proud of the friendships I have that I've made, whether that's at work or just as a customer. And that's it. That's all I got. Smoke grass, eat ass, be excellent to each other. I don't know if this is going to come out good with the mic quality of this, so we'll see. Let me know. Did it come out well? I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.